Welcome to Igbo History TV. Please kindly subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed. Turn on the notification icon for more updates. Today we are going to talk about the history, origin, and culture of Nkwerre Opiegbe people. A good description of Igbo past comes from oral traditions preserved in various Igbo communities. These essays raise the notable factors associated with Nkwerre Opiegbe town. Their culture and tradition. The origin of Nkwerre people as a subgroup of the Igbos could be traced along oral traditions. In industry, the people of Nkwerre engage in variety of local crafts like weaving, wood carving, but the most developed and most popular of these crafts were blacksmithing. In fact, the Nkwerre people were so good in blacksmithing that they were referred to as Nkwerre Opiegbe, that is, gunmakers. They made all the varied iron tools which the Igbos needed in the home and farm, in war and in peace, for rituals and ceremonies. There is an Igbo adage that says, there is nothing a blacksmith is asked to forge that he cannot forge. They had access to trade routes. They were not molested in any way but traveled and traded extensively throughout Igbo land and manufacturing various articles, including what the Nkwerre people called Nwalanga, small needle, Igodo, padlock, Ekwigwe, iron tripod stand, and others. Nkwerre had historic link with the Eshi, the founder of Nkwerre, who settled at Arochukwu. Another traceable relationship between Aro and Nkwerre people is that the group does not intermarry, although modernity must have its way. Nkwerre cannot take an Aro woman for a wife and vice versa. Otherwise, such marriage, according to history, may not succeed, unless a traditional bond is broken at the head village of Arochukwu for intermarriage. Nkwerre people are the descendants of Eshi. However, the Igbo idiom Kamgbeshi classified this claim. Nkwerre, therefore, is an autochthonous community which claims origin from the present place of habitation, having settled in their present location in about 17th century, 100 AD. A close unification of Nkwerre people and Aros dates back to the time of slave trade, Igbo. It is important to note that only the Aros and Nkwerre traders bought and sold slaves at Afo Abagu market at Uzuakane town, now in present-day Abia State. Imene people, as the admirers called them, traded in beads, Indian madras, George wrappers, gunpowder, and elephant tusks. The Nkwerre people are great travelers and long-distance traders in those days. Their usual greetings in Igbo, Dingani, which implies my town people, marks them out from other tribes. Aros steered clear of an area where Nkwerre people settled because of a trade agreement to avoid vicious rivalry between the two groups, very well and respected among the most intelligent communities, and their common ancestry buttress this fact. The symbol of authority in Nkwerre kingdom is the Ofo, as in several other Igbo communities. The significance of the Ofo, according to history, is indeed an acquaintance of headship or Diokpara in a quarter or kindred group or a typical Igbo town. The researcher believes that the holders of the Ofo share benefits of responsibility according to the order of seniority among the principal Ofo holders, of which Nkwerre kingdom is one. In Igbo land, the details of traditional Igbo government varied from place to place, but its characteristics nature would always appear same. Nkwerre people has made giant strides in studies of several human endeavors, producing nobles, warriors, jurists, tacticians, mastersmiths, slavers, politicians, and so on. Apart from slavery in historic times, they excelled in smithing, gun making, and craft. Their surgeon plied this trade to areas far and near, which covered Osu, Oru, Uguta in Imo State, Aguleri, Nteje, Ogurugu, Adane, Nsukka, Ibaji, Odueke, Aya, and Eda towns, to mention but a few. They earned themselves a reputation in versatility of smithing craft. It was a popular saying in reference to gun repairs among the competitiveness that Oyibo Melue Nkwerre Emezie, that the deficiency in an English-made gun is corrected by an Nkwerre man. Now, as the official means of livelihood of Nkwerre history, we are later at Lord, and they ventured in other trades to survive. Could be analyzed that the communal effort of a given people in any government emphasizes visible records of Western education, which, as introduced by the British masters, contributed immensely for the neglect of smithing in Nkwerre, coupled with the introduction of white-collar jobs. It also helped the elites to build several nurseries, primary and secondary schools. The high cost of raw materials for craft declined the demands of smithing, and the presence of Roman Catholic Missionary Society by 1913 and the CMS missionaries by 1918, respectively, gave a setback to notable scientific breakthroughs in Nkanozu Nkwerre. By birth, an Nkwerre man was known for trading by excellence. They were known as great merchants even from the days of the Portuguese trade and slave trade in west coast of Africa. Some of these routes where they traded were Opobo, Ohambele, Ndele, Ohanko, Esene, Itu, Asa, Umunkete, now Akwete, Boni, Okrika, Calabar. The contact with Europeans created a great impact of civilization that gave Nkwerre the characteristics, urbanity, and cultural distinct from their neighboring communities. The language spoken of Nkwerre man is always symbolical. One of such sayings is Orumorogo Mayarwanga. This means they do whatever pleases them, whether good or bad. In those days, traditional festivals like Ibanwe Ogugu, Nkokoto, Nna Acting, Iriji, Ihuji Nobi, Amumulo were all observed by Nkwerre people entirely, but due to religious beliefs and values, Christianity, which has enhances a higher pedigree of civilization, has rooted deep into them. Otherwise, according to facts, failure to observe some of these festivals in those days could lead to death. A look into the traditional title taken among the Imenyi people is distinct with the norms of Igbo land. The insignia titled man varies by their usage of thread and iron anklets. The ego feeder, the red cap, the horse, plume or fan carried in the hand marks them out as Ndemume Nkwerre. According to tradition, different kinds of titles taken in ascending order by any interested freeborn of Nkwerre are Emume, Ibu Akpa, Ahanwa, Ituichi or Ibuichi, Onomono, and other titles. A view their traditional marriage systems. The Nkwerre marriage steps involves 4 preliminary stages, namely Ajuju, Nduru na Ndulata Nwanyị, Di Abalị Anọ, Nwaọka n'ụlọ, and Nri Ọnụ Akụ, that is Ịgba Nkwụ. The Nkwerre Opiegbe cosmology is viable with its cultural organizations like Okonko, the Ikperikpe war dancers, and the Ekpe cultural groups. The Okonko dancers performs during the Iriji festival, and the Ekpe, which originally symbolizes tiger, epitomizes strength and threat to enemies. They enforce discipline and ensure honesty and justice in the town. Hence, a peacekeeping force created by original contemporaries like the Aros. Opiegbe people practice several stages of Nara ceremonies, perhaps throughout Igbo land. They refer the ceremonies as Ibusuozu, Oliliozu, Igbasuozu, and Etonkpe, respectively.